So we are really trying to build a world-class elite price ladder trader in you. So we have another practice that's important. We have to develop this holistic, well-rounded, not only trader but person. And as you develop all these core practices, you're just gonna find your improvement, your skill set improving really, really rapidly. So the next thing is exercise for relaxation and presence of self. That exercise can take multiple forms. For myself personally, because I'm quite tall and lean and I really get affected by sitting at a desk for 12 hours a day, I need to ensure that I do a lot of stretching, so my back loosens up, so my spine opens up, and when my spines open up, my awareness is greater. I need to almost swim every single morning or every single day just to open up and stretch my body out after being really compressed all day watching a screen, which is really hard work. So that exercise therefore also helps oxygenate me, and when I feel more oxygenated, my cells are more oxygenated, I can focus for longer periods of time. And I also personally, and I can't do any hardcore exercise. I can't go in a boxing ring or go, pump weights. I need to do a lot of softer types of exercises because the markets for me are so intense, and I need to focus on so intense, and sometimes I do get emotional because of that state. I rather, instead of having, almost a yin-yang type of trading philosophy where all my intensity is in the market. So to really use the opposing side is to have really softer. So that's why a nice soft swim or a nice type of yoga practice or stretching practice really calms me down at the end of each day, as opposed to I can't. I know a lot of traders who can after the day go for a hardcore run, go for a hardcore hot yoga session. For me, that unbalances me. So it's having this self-awareness of what works for you. What works for you when you come back into the training session the next day? You're completely level-headed. You're completely calm. You can completely go into a focused state of affair, and it's having this self-awareness. But it doesn't matter what the guy next door does or what we see. So-called people that we hold in higher esteem. That's one of the biggest challenges of society currently, is that we hold too much esteem of other people and look at what their practices are, and we try and employ that. I think the more important thing is having the awareness within yourself and trusting your own instinct and trusting yourself and trusting what works for you, and then incorporating that into your practice. So when you sit at your screen and you are faced with the markets on the day, and the markets could be quiet or could be incredibly volatile and incredibly intense, is making sure that you can remain in a level state. So really critically important. Like they always say, a healthy body is a healthy mind, and vice versa. For me, there's such a joining of forces. You can't just have a healthy body and not therefore have a healthy mind. You have to incorporate practices that really develop not only the physical body but also the mental state. And it's critical that your exercise routine also cultivates levels of calmness and relaxation. And that's what I mean. If you are a very intense trader, and we have a couple of intense traders on the floor, and you might hear it occasionally when we do our live trading floor sessions where you can watch our traders live and in the action, and you'll hear a couple of them. They almost red hot blooded Mediterranean men, and when they've had such an intense session, perhaps a nice calm a soft relaxation session at the end of the day is what they need, instead of going from a fire day, a fire intensity of the markets, to another fire physical practice, such as boxing the living daylights out of someone in the evening in one of those white collar boxing gyms. Well, that might not ever calm you, and then you might expose yourself to fatigue in the long run. So understand your body, understand the balance of intensity versus calmness, and really work with that and work with that for yourself. And as I've just mentioned, intense exercise coupled with intense market activity can create body-mind burnout fatigue. So just understand that. If the markets are quiet and there's nothing much happening, well, then you can engage in however hardcore fight nightclub events that you want to go to, some underground scene where you want to knock the daylights out of a fellow other member of your fraternity. I don't know. Just make sure that that you do balance it, and it's really important. So again, one of the core practices here is really maintaining a healthy body and healthy mind. So when you sit in front of your screen, you're in the zone.